Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're having a great day and welcome to the Tundra Dude 34 YouTube channel. Well, this has been a pretty crazy 10 days or so since the recall was announced on some of the 2022 and 2023 Toyota Tundras. Now, one of the things people always want to ask right up front, will this recall be extended to other model years or Tundras because it's only a certain number of 2022 and 2023s right now? And the answer is we really don't know until Toyota says something about that. We're also waiting on a remedy, which is what we're going to talk about today. What should the remedy be? I went to a lot of forums. I went to a lot of Facebook pages that are related to the new generation Toyota Tundra to see what you guys are saying. Also, in my comments, you've been saying some of these remedies as well. The goal here is to see the Toyota Tundra move on down the road in the best way possible. I'm a hardcore Tundra enthusiast of all generations, and I truly do like the new generation Toyota Tundra, but I think just right now, especially with 22 and 23, there's been some bumps in the road that Toyota has to get ahead. And it doesn't matter how small or how big a problem may be, perception is reality. And in days like today, with social media and the internet, when there's a problem, people will know about it and it will be out there, and people want answers on this. And hopefully with some of these things today, we can talk about how Toyota should fix the Tundra going forward. There was a video put out yesterday by Tim from Pickup Truck and SUV Talk. Tim's the best, about a couple owners that were having trouble trading in a Tundra, as in the dealerships didn't want their trade-in because it was a Tundra of that new generation. And one of them was even a 2024 that's not part of the recall. Now, that's not going to be every dealership. For instance, that one I was at the other day, Conocelli Toyota, that had 60 plus Tundras on the lot. I even tried to get a 1794 TRD off-road thinking, okay, while the chips are down, let me see if I could get into a trim I have no business being in. And they were willing to take my 2023 Tundra, if we were able to make a deal. So it's not going to be all dealerships out there. You got to remember, dealerships are independently owned. But what I always say, and I used to say this back in the markup days, even though they're independently owned, there's a big Toyota logo on the front. So if a consumer goes into a dealership and they can't get their truck traded in, or there's what we used to talk about, a big markup, they don't say, I don't like this auto group. They say, I don't like Toyota. They blame Toyota. And this is the kind of the area where I feel like Toyota is, they got to be careful how they go forward with stuff like this, because there's a lot of angry people out there. But again, we're going to talk about some of the potential remedies, and this is all opinion based, and it's mostly from what you guys are saying should be, some of the remedies they could fix this and move on down the road. Number one, and they're going to be ones that you agree with and disagree with, and that's why I want you to go down in the comments and let me know what you think. Number one is a short block replacement on the engines. Now, many are saying not a good idea. I actually agree with that statement. I don't think that's a good idea for a few different reasons. Number one, if you think about it, there's 98,000 Tundras recalled right now. Warranty claim-wise, as per that report I put out the other day, is quite small, about 1,000 or so. But if you do short block replacements, just think of how the Toyota techs' lives are going to be over the next few months or whenever they truly announce the remedy. And the more you're replacing those short blocks, the more human error comes into play, and you could have more problems down the road, and nobody wants that. So everybody has mentioned short block replacement being a potential way to fix this, but many of you have said, no bueno, don't want it. That is not the answer for some of the reasons we just said. And I don't think the dealership, service departments want that either. But again, that's all opinion based, but that would be a lot of work with a lot of different trucks. So that's number one of the things we're seeing out there that could be the possible remedy. Number two, and this is what everybody is saying and most people are agreeing on, full engine replacement, the whole shebang, everything. Old engine out, new engine in, done deal, the quickest and easiest way to make everybody happy going forward. Because once again, moral of this story, moral of the video, perception is reality. Toyota issued the recall. They want to stand behind their product, but now they're going to have to do stuff that makes those folks that are new generation Tundra owners that aren't feeling very happy right now, bring them back to the light and show what this truck could do down the road. So Toyota standing behind their product is a very big deal. So full engine replacement is probably the most popular thing that everybody's saying that would make them happy out there. Number 3, extended warranties. And that should be for trucks that aren't even part of this recall for peace of mind. People shouldn't be afraid to go buy these Toyota Tundras if they're not part of the recall. That's one of the things I've been hearing from my dealership walks. I got a group that still wants to buy these Toyota Tundras, 2024s, because they're not part of the recall. I have a group that is waiting for the 2024 to be added to the recall. And I have a group that wants nothing to do with the new generation Tundra at all now because of the recall. Putting an extended warranty on these Tundras may add some peace of mind for everyone, and standing behind that warranty, could be a very big deal. And it will show that Toyota has their faith in these engines and this setup with the configuration and everything. So extended warranty is another thing you guys are talking about. Actually, most of you are saying full engine replacement and extended warranty for all of the Tundras that are out right now. That's probably the most popular one that's out there. Another one we're seeing, which I don't think this will happen, buyback option. Buy back the old Tundra if you don't want it. That's something that a lot of people were saying. I think if we had to sit here for these first 4 and go over the most probable one, full engine replacement would make more sense than the buyback of the truck. Could it be an option? I don't know. I guess it's going to depend on what we see in the future as far as if any more trucks are added to this recall. But a buyback option might be the easiest for everyone involved. Toyota would lose a bunch of money, but just think the service techs wouldn't have to break down any trucks. It would be like a clean trade kind of thing. You'll have to let me know what you think. Do you think the buyback option is on the table? I mean, everything's on the table, but again, your opinion is what this video is all about. Number 5, and this is what you guys have been saying all along, and this is like pre-recall, and I wrote it this way, and I'm going to say it this way. Bring back the freaking V8. And I want you to feel me in that one for what I've heard from you guys in the last 10 or so days since this recall was announced. You want the V8 to come back. I think we all need to get together and find a harbor somewhere and start throwing some tea into the harbor and get the V8 back in the Tundra. Now, we talk about this all the time. I won't go too deep into this. You could look it up. With the emission standards, V8s are going away. And Toyota was ahead of the game with the V8 going away. Now Dodge has gotten rid of their V8, so there's no more V8 Hemi, no more Hellcat Hemi. All of the complaints I get about no more V8 on the Tundra, I like to personally direct to Dodge because I think the loss of the V8 affects Dodge more than anyone with the direction they were going with the Demon, the Hellcat, their entire SRT package, the 5.7 Hemi. Like, they probably would have kept the V8 if they could. GM and Ford still have their V8 for now. How long will that last? Who knows? There's going to come a time where they start paying penalties for that, but they may see the writing on the wall, and it might be worth those penalties to keep on keeping on with that V8. Number 5, everyone will agree with, bring back the V8. Now, it's not saying bring back the V8 as in that has to be your only engine. You could keep the iForce 3.4 liter twin turbo V6. You could keep the hybrid version of that and have a V8 kind of like Ford does. I said this for years in the beginning when the new generation came out. Because the Tundra doesn't change very often, okay? We don't have a lot of new generations. It's not like the F-150 that changes every couple of years. Generation-wise, I mean, what have we seen? 2000 to 2006, 07 to 21, some like to break it up, 07 to 13, 14 to 21, and 22 and up. With that customer base and the reliability that is behind the Toyota name, I would have brought the V8 for a few years at least into the new generation to just let people come over into the new generation slowly and not just, boom, here we go. We're going all new, all the way. This is what we're doing. But that's just me. I don't make the decisions in the front office. I'm not seeing all of the stuff come down from emission standards on penalties, and you need to have plug-in hybrids here, and you need to have, full electric vehicles here to balance out the manufacturer's MPG number to make V8s possible. I don't know all of that stuff. All I know is perception. And what you guys are saying, V8. You want the 5.7 V8 back with a 10-speed transmission is what people are saying. And man, I'm on board for that. And if the V8 came back, I would be very excited because that's what you guys are asking for. And I think we just need somehow, some way to all as a community push back against all these government regulations and just, oh my God, just bring the V8 back. And again, keep the twin turbo V6 setup. Some people are going to want that, kind of like the EcoBoost with the Fords. Still has the Coyote 5.0 V8. I think that would be a smart move going forward. If I was working this truck, I would find a way to do it. Because the 3.4 twin turbo V6, it's like a global engine. That's used in a lot of different Toyotas. That's going to stick around. But number 5 is the one you guys said more than ever, and that's bring back the V8. So those, ladies and gentlemen, are my top 5 on how Toyota can remedy this issue and move on down the road. Will we see a highly reliable Toyota Tundra down the road? I still think we will. I think it'll be just like when they start any kind of generation, a couple bumps in the beginning, and then it gets as reliable as possible. But this isn't like other generations. We're now dealing with these insane standards that these automotive manufacturers have to deal with. They all are, throwing their hands up at a lot of these things we want going forward. So you'll have to let me know what you think. For now, which is the way Toyota should go? We'll go over these one more time. Short block, change the short block, full engine replacement, a buyback of the affected trucks, extended warranty on 22 to 24 Tundras for peace of mind and helping people get in these trucks and not feel like Toyota's not backing them. And number 5, which I know you guys will love and agree with. I'll even bring a prop in for this one. Bring back the freaking V8. Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, TikTok at TundraDude34, TundraDude34 at gmail.com. I thank you guys for watching. My hair is going very gray, but I love answering all of you pro and con of the Tundra. And I really look forward to hearing what you guys have to say